Good morning, friends. Namaskar, Adab, and Sat Sri Akal. This is in continuation my 219th video on consultation. Now, this will show you the expenses and charges which will be done by a client or a resident for taking these services if he is being issued a notice. Now, notices are issued under Cantonment Act 2006, CLA rules 1937, and could be 2020. And then we have two different notices, which are resumption notice or lease money notice nowadays, which is coming. So, under these rules and laws, you will get the second step to these notices by the executive is that they move into the PP Act court. Now, let us talk only of the notice right now. We will not talk of anything else. If a resident or a bungalow owner receives a notice, which I have already briefed in my earlier videos, what is the process to move forward? So, he approaches, he shares the notice with me, and now at that stage, at that very stage of the notice, there have to be two decisions made. Now, whether the resident is willing to take an advice purely on to my trust, or is he going to share the advice with his local advocates and local people up there. So, the processes are very simple. The simple process what has generally been accepted by most of the people till now is that the minute they receive the notice, they move to the courts. So, they become plaintiffs and then they file a status quo stay or whatever. If not the lower court, they may go into a writ in the high court either. The second process which I endorse is, let's make an executive fight first to the notice, wait for the PP Act to start, and then we move forward on a speaking order when the initiation of PP Act and then finally the session court. So, there we need to get together and make a very wise decision. So, for this, the bungalow owner or the resident has to get in touch with Mr. Das, and now let's say if we make a decision, either no, Mr. Das, we are going to the court. So, we can take that course, or he says, okay, Mr. Das, let us fight the executive war. Let us reply this notice and wait for what is going to happen. Or with that process, within that period, he even admits, I trust you, Mr. Das, and let us wait for the notice reply, and then eventually the department will move a PP Act. And then finally, if the PP Act order works against us, we go to the sessions court. So, here the question of plaintiff changes. Now, no more the bungalow owner or the resident. So, this is an executive fight first. So, the first more is share the notice. Step 1 has already been done. The Janam Patri has been made by me. So, for making this reply to this notice and on all legal facts, rules and laws, the policies of the ministry from the last 70 years since independence and prior also I will share this, I will make this reply to the notice. It will be in the form of CPC 80C, which has already been told. The charges for this notice reply would be 1 lakh rupees. Sharing of evidence for the same supportive notice is going to be approximately 50,000. Now, if I have to share the laws and rules, various books and annexures of the part which I am declaring in my reply, another 50. So, total expenditure is approximately 2 lakh rupees. The immediate down payment along with the notice and consultation would be 1 lakh, subsidiary to be paid the minute the notice is the reply is filed. Now, there is going to be additional expenditure to this. This is the consultation charges which is to be paid to Mr. Das. There is going to be expenses like you have to get these type the notice. Further, we may have to move a lot of RTI letters. We may have to file appeals in those RTI letters. So this kind of expenses to be incurred, and this all has to be done by the resident directly to either my typist or to those RTI letters which I keep filing, and he keeps reimbursing me. It's only to the letters form. So all actual expenses. Let's say the bungalow owner wants, no, Mr. Das, I am willing to buy into these books which you're going to mention. So those added expenses will be added, and these all will be the bill raised. So somewhere I presume this expenditure would touch another 50, 70 or maybe 1 lakh, let's presume, including maybe if I have to travel, if I have to brief, or there is some Zoom meeting, anything. So his notice till the reply of the notice, his expenditure is approximately 2.5, 3 lakh rupees. And this is how the first step to expenditure starts. Thank you. Good day.